I'm Michael Smith from Detroit Threads, a record and vintage clothing store here in Hamtramck, Michigan. We've been open for about 17 years now. I got my start from going to dance parties back in the 80s, early 90s. It's been something I've wanted to do and have done in the past. And just from going to house parties, techno parties from 85, 86, hitting different clubs, I decided that I needed to do something to help promote and push Detroit music around. And so one day I came home and a friend of mine, my roommate, said he was opening a record store. And I said, beautiful. So I'm going to open a clothing store right next door to you. And that was when Spectre Records and Detroit Threads was born. And at that point, we were located in a warehouse at 210 Shane, I believe it was, down by Shane Park at Shane and Atwater. It was on a third floor of a warehouse. You had no idea we were there. The only way you found out was either meeting us at a club or at a party on a weekend, and we hand you a flyer, and people would just show up at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday after a party got over. We'd grab a DJ, bring him back, open the store, stay open until midnight, when we'd head out to Industry or Velvet, when Velvet was open. And from there, it just expanded. Motor Lounge ended up opening up here in Hamtramck. And I knew both the owners from the time when they had worked at St. Andrews in Detroit. And they told me about a spot here in Hamtramck, and they wanted to get me involved and get us working together, promoting dance music in the Detroit area between the club and me having a clothing and record shop. So in '98, I picked up everything, moved out of the warehouse, and located in Hamtramck, Michigan, and been here for 16 and a half years now. It's like when I first got it, I was like, I'll be happy if I can have like 12 crates of records. That'll be awesome. And the next year it was like, I'll be just happy if I have like 20 crates. And now I have over 50,000 records. And with the unfortunate demise of a few other record stores around, I'm probably the biggest electronic-wise based record store in the Detroit area. Record Store Day, I found out about 4 years ago. DJ Psycho, Desi Magby, called me up in the middle of the week. It was the second year that the Record Store Day was going to be happening. The first year, I don't think very many people knew about it. And the second year, when I found out about it, he called me up and said, hey, next Saturday's Record Store Day. I want to bring some people around, do some record shopping. And I was like, beautiful. I said, but every day's Record Store Day to me. And he came in with Angie Linder, who is the main manager for the Detroit Techno Militia crew. There was probably an extra 20 or 30 people in at the time, and she's like, this is wonderful. We're going to promote this more next year. We're going to get more people in the Detroit area knowing about it. I'm going to bring in my crew of DJs, and we're going to play in the store all day long. It's like, perfect, sounds good to me. And each year it just seems like it doubles in participation. Quickly, within a couple of years, it became an international thing where you have major bands doing special Record Store Day releases of, say, 2,000 copies of a record. And it's just, you end up with lines of people waiting to come in and see what kind of special Record Store Day releases that they can find. Okay, well, my physical location is store-wise is in downtown Hamtramck at 10238 Joseph Campo. As far as a web presence, I have an eBay store, which is Detroit Threads, and a Facebook page, which is also Detroit Threads.